Larry Drew's Hawks without Josh Smith, Al Horford, Devin Harris, or Kyle Korver Saturday in San Antonio. Spurs without Tony Parker, but they had that guy, Tim Duncan, fading away with his customary kiss off the window, had the home team up 9 in the second. Later in the third, Tiago Splitter knocks this one away. Corey Joseph ends up with it, and he'll finish on the other end as San Antonio goes up 7. Fourth quarter, Atlanta hung in there. They'll turn it over, though, here, and Matt Bonner will find Dwan Blair, who still gets it to go just as he falls out of bounds. Spurs were up a half dozen. Then it's Duncan working with Danny Green, giving it back to Green for the spot-up three, and he drains it. San Antonio was up top 82-75. Huge night for Duncan. With just over 3 minutes to go, Joseph will find him for the jumper from the perimeter. He had 31 points and 14 rebounds and helped San Antonio hang on by a bucket.
A place they've lost 14 consecutive times. Atlanta in San Antonio. The Spurs playing without Tony Parker. First quarter, Boris Diaw to Tim Duncan. 4-point lead for the home team early on. Johan Petro to John Jenkins. The quick pass to Mike Scott. Scott 12 points off the bench in the first half and a career-high 22 in the contest. Duncan heating up in the second. The pull-up jumper. 5-point lead for the Spurs. Then Kawhi Leonard to the big fella. Great feed from Leonard. Duncan 14 points in the second quarter. 18 points, 8 rebounds at the half to go along with 4 blocks. Time winding down. It's Kawhi Leonard. Take another look as Leonard just lets go of the rock just in time for 2 of his 13 first-half points. Spurs led it by 11 at halftime. On to the second half of play. 5 seconds to go on the shot clock. Corey Joseph, the turnaround to beat the buzzer. Nando DeColo to Dwan Blair to Tim Duncan. The bucket and one more. He makes the free throw. It's 67-54. Hawks hanging around trying to end this 2-game slide. Shelvin back to John Jenkins, 73-66. How about Tim Duncan? No Tony Parker. Here draws the double. It doesn't matter. 87-79 and give him one more at the charity stripe. The rookie's playing well. Mike Scott over to John Jenkins. 3 of his 23. That's his best effort as an NBA baller. He was 3 of 3 from downtown. Too much of Tim Duncan, though. Game high, 31 points. Also pulled down 14 rebounds. That made it 92-85. Interesting here towards the end. Spurs trying to run out the clock up forward. Dahntay Jones takes it away from Tiago Splitter. He draws the foul, attempting the 3. Take another look as he's in the act of shooting, so the referees award Dahntay Jones 3 free throws. He would make the first 2, so now it's a 2-point game. Intentionally misses the third. Spurs grab the rebound. Clock.
Rookies at 40% from long distance.
And give the Hawks credit right now. They're hanging in there. They're playing some loose basketball.
Duncan, wide open. Diaw finds him for the dunk.
A little too loosely on the defensive end. And you have to imagine on the offensive end.
And Ty Lawson still out with that healing.
How things have changed.
Blair. Beat the clock and run. Oh, mama. Dwan Blair stepping up big tonight.
I'm telling you, this is a completely different Dwan Blair than what we've seen. Just look at the patience. I've been begging. Everybody that's listened to our telecast for years knows that I've been asking for Dwan to show that patience.
Got a lot going on. Just going to get going with it. Leonard on the drive. Count it! Oh, mama! Kawhi Leonard! Coast to coast!
That's absolutely textbook right there. We've talked about it over and over and over again throughout the years where guys panic because they feel like they've got to, like the
another game where Tim bailed.
Well, Tim Duncan saved us. I mean, he's such a professional. It's we're so lucky to have him here for as long as we've had. He's an ultimate professional, and he rose above a lot to do it. And you know, we had some guys that haven't played much that busted their butts, but in general, other than Timmy, in a lot of ways, it was a pathetic performance. That kind of play isn't going to get us very far at the end of the season. And it's not the first time we played like that in the last few weeks. So This Steve needs to get its head around itself and understand what it takes to be there, because as a group they don't have it right now. Anybody else?
Run out, but Dahntay didn't give up on the play. Ended up getting the ball. I didn't think he was shooting it, you know, but obviously they reviewed it and they got a better look at it than I did.
Who actually got the foul?
I think it was Corey.
Was it just a scramble for the loose ball, or?
Yeah, well, he poked it out and it was kind of a loose ball. He got to it before everybody else. I tried to get in there, but I didn't want to foul him. Made him change direction, and Corey cut him off. And I guess he got a shot up, supposedly.
Okay. Well, what's your response to Pop saying that aside from Tim, everybody played pretty poorly tonight, and it's a trend that's disturbing over the last 5-6 games?
I have to agree with him. Can't disagree. I mean, chemistry is not where it needs to be, or where it usually is. We have a lot of injuries here and there, guys in and out. Chemistry is just off right now, and I guess we're not playing up to our standards defensively. I think it's the biggest thing for him. In a game like this, you know, he expected more guys to show up and, you know, do better defensively and offensively. But Timmy obviously saved the day. You know, what else is new? That's what Tim does for us, and when Tony's out especially. But you know, he played great, and we have to continue to make strides forward and get better, and hopefully get our chemistry back when everybody's healthy.
When you talk about the chemistry, you're talking mostly about trusting each other? And
Definitely. That's the biggest thing when it comes to defense, trusting each other and communicating with each other. Good defensive teams are on a string, and as Timmy would say, you know, they trust each other, have each other's back, regardless of what happens. So.
With all the injuries and the way the team's been playing lately, are you nervous for playoffs?
Nervous? Wouldn't say that. Some may be a little worried, but I'm, you know, fully confident in my team, and you know, these guys in this locker room of what we're capable of, and hopefully I think we'll be prepared and ready, and I know Pop will have us ready. So we just got to take these next few games, finish it out strong, and build on that, and try to get our chemistry going.
Pop just basically said that your professionalism saved the whole team tonight, and there's a lot of.
No, we didn't. Yeah, we're not in a great rhythm right now. Obviously, the injuries are hurting us right now. Our team's not in a very good rhythm right now. We lose some close ones there for a little while, and that can push you over the top, or that can set you back a little bit. We've been set back a little bit, but we won the game. That's a good part of it, and we got a couple days to get some work in and try to get ourselves back on track.
His real message was that the team's not ready for the playoffs to begin right now. Do you agree with him?
Playing like we did tonight, no. Playing at the health level that we have tonight, no, absolutely not. But we have another couple of games under our belt and a little while to kind of get everybody back on the court. And as I said all year long, no matter what we're winning or losing, we want to be healthy at the right time, and that's what we need.
As far as your own game, you finally think you're in a rhythm with your shot now?
Yeah, I got my shot back now. That feels good. It helps it's going in too. But I feel good all around. As I said, luckily enough, I feel healthy. I'm running well. I'm playing without pain, and my shot's going. So.
What is your approach to shot blocking? Because you're not a guy that's over the rim a lot, but you're a guy that racks up the blocks. How do you do that?
I wish I had a philosophy or an approach. I don't know what it is. I'm a help side defender, and I'm old, but I'm slow. So I think I've tricked people into kind of coming into a certain territory, and I've gotten a couple.
Is there a lot of prep work that goes into something like that? Knowing
Oh, absolutely. I work on it every day.
Well,
every
day. As far as scouting, knowing a guy's
being old and slow, no. That just comes with time.
First move, second move.
No.
You're just completely lucky.
I'm just absolutely lucky. Absolutely lucky.
Better hope it didn't run out, I guess.
I know, exactly.